Hello guys, and welcome back to Eco. In this second part of the getting started tutorial videos, I will go through the remaining parts that you probably need, or well, I think that you need to understand them to be able to follow along in a series. So we'll go through these remaining tutorial steps that are easy to make, and we probably need to get into food and skills quite soon. But let's do this first, some crafting. Take the workbench, we got this for free when we started the world. So let's place it somewhere. We can rotate it around. I think we're inside our, yeah, this is our place. Just place it, and to interact, just point at it and click E. When you're used to Minecraft, I usually right click, but it's pressing E. And then we can make something called a hewn log. So this is what the tutorial wants us to do, and of course I will do it. Let's make one. That will require 2 logs. And as you can see here, it will start crafting, and I can do other things during this time. I can go, and you will do this because normally I order perhaps 50 or something hewn logs, and it takes a few minutes to do this. So let's get back here and we can collect our logs now. These can be automatically output into chests later on. Not enough room in inventory. Alright. And with that, it doesn't mean this inventory. It means what I have in hand. So let's place all these here. And now we can get over here and collect. And now we can see we got some more recipes here. We need basic crafting, we need basic crafting 1 or 3, and we need the road construction and lots of these things, and they are tied to our skills. So, and shoots, rolls. Right, yeah, that's what we'll do. Build a log house. I will probably not do this in the video. Perhaps I can show it in the end of the video instead, but I won't build it on camera because it takes some time. But we can demonstrate well, now I can place this over here. That's our hewn logs, and they can be, I can place them by selecting the stone hammer here. I can actually place them as some in different forms. So as you can see, this is like the raw material, but when I select the stone hammer, I can change its shape. So I can build a wall like this, or like a block here. And when I have upgraded my construction with my skills, I can also make some sloped roof and I guess these are some type of pillars, windows, and stairs, and so on. So, but I'll show you. I have a house ready in a different world, so I will demonstrate that later. So let's go into the skill points, this tutorial step. Here you can see we have a lot of survivalists, carpenter, chef, and we have specialties in here. This is pretty much like a skill tree. So for example, we can read about them here, yeah. So here we can see what type of recipes we get. Basic crafting, we already know self-improvement, but we are level 0 on our crafting, but we can level this up, and now we have basic crafting 1. Then you can see that we got some more recipes, and we can upgrade again. Next upgrade will cost 2 points, and we have 20 left. And now we can see we have some more unlocks, and next level will be arrow and bow and a wooden hoe, for example. That's good for farming. And this is pretty much the same throughout all of these. So hewing, for example, we can learn it. They don't cost any points to learn, so we can do this directly. But if you want to dig deeper into the tree, then it will cost us points, alright? We can make a campfire if we learn survivalist. Engineering, nothing for us. Farming, we can learn digging and gathering. So gathering is good for food, so let's get into that actually. Forest forager, we can learn about grassland gatherer, or we can, let's see, wetlands wanderer, and this unlocks different types of food that we can recognize and collect. So I'll run around and see if I can find anything. I don't think there's anything more we can learn. Yeah, right here. We could learn mortaring and mining as well. Mining is efficiency only at this point. So if I learn the next level, I will be more efficient. So I can mine for longer on my with the same amount of food. But for all the crafting, I will get more recipes like here. For the next level, I can make shard pitch, and so that's probably a good thing. Fiber pitch, baked pitch, and here we can learn about stoneworking to make decorative things for a house perhaps. So it takes some time to read up on this, and one thing I can say is that processing efficiency, it only gives speed. That's not really interesting, but no, efficiency is good, but the speed is kind of nice to have. So this one it's really good when you need a lot of material. So if I learn 2 levels of efficiency, if you remember, it used to cost us 2 logs to make 1 hewn logs. Now we can make 2 out of 3, so we are 50% more efficient on the second one at least. And you can upgrade that in more steps to be even more efficient. I think 4 is like the top one. Yep, decreased log cost by 50% is now. So now it's actually quite good. So now it's 1 to 1. Alright, I will go around and get some food, because I can guess that, yeah, we're running low on calories. Right now I have 299 calories out of my 3000 maximum. And these will decrease over time. If you have watched down here, you can sometimes see like a red number decreasing my calories. If I run, I will decrease even more. If I shop and dig, I will be decreasing it even further or faster. So that's and that will be regained by eating. Luckily, I can't die, so if I'm too hungry, I always have energy left to find food. So that's good, I guess. Oh, 298 now, so I just lost a calorie by walking around and basically existing. So that's something to keep an eye on all the time. Now I'll be right back when I find some food. Ah, look at this. So here I found lots of tomatoes. And this is good. I will mark this on my map as well, because this seems to be a drop marker. And we'll call this marker tomatoes. Okay, great. So I can eat these and I can cook them. And this will give me lots of food. So probably enough for the rest of this episode. No problems. And this is probably not ready yet. I'll do tomatoes there later. So this was better than I expected, because I didn't find anything over there. Oh, here are some beets as well. Great, let's go back and continue. Alright, so now we can take a look at these food just briefly. You can see here that I gained 240 calories by eating these. So right clicking and then look down here. I got 240 calories. Now I can cook these. We have a campfire. Let's make a campfire quickly. 5 logs and 10 stones. Good. And then I can right click. Then you can see if I've added 5 logs but I still need 10 stone. And we can, well, we have stone here. These yellow ones are too large to pick up. And 9, 10. A sweet thing is that I added those 5 logs and the project was actually crafted up to that point. So if I'm low on resources, it's still worth adding those that you have because it will craft as much as possible. Just to speed things up, I mean. And now if I look at my skill points for chef, I don't have too many recipes, but I can learn more by doing this. And efficiency is also quite good because we get more food out of what we have picked. If you're low on food in the world, then efficiency will be even more important. So let's just do one of them. Okay. Now we can pick up our campfire and we'll place it down here. And just place it on the ground. So adding some lumber to it, some logs. Right clicking. Now if we look at this inventory, you can see that it has 2 logs in stock and one is probably loaded. And then we get all the recipes here. This looks very much the same like the crafting table. It's the same crafting system, or I don't know what to call it. But here we can at least find our tomatoes somewhere here. Charred tomato. And we can order, I don't know, 2 of these. These will give more calories than the normal tomatoes, but I probably need to have more efficiency to make it worth it. It's a simple calculation, you can do it yourself. Oh, requires cooking 2 and I don't have that. How about now? There we are. Good, we're crafting or cooking. So in the meantime, I can move things around and let's craft the final part, because I think the researching is the last part that I will go through. So how to move on and how to get going in the next step, so to say. Here we can build a lot of fun stuff. We can build a masonry table. We can build repair stations for repairing our tools. A carpentry table. It's not the same thing as the workbench. We get additional recipes here. We have stockpiles and storage chests and lots of fun stuff. But I want a research table. And that's just a heck of a lot of resources. So I go ahead and do this to gather logs, stone, and fibers. Alright, so the tomatoes are done and I collect them in the same way. I also upgraded got some more efficiency, so now it's actually worth doing this. So 2 tomatoes at 240 calories each will give me 1 charred tomato at 510 calories. So now it's worth doing this, so I can make a lot more. 10 of these, 20, great. probably need some more wood for that. So next thing, we can collect our research table and I can place it. Now the problem here, now we built it, but it doesn't work. Because if you take a look at this status tab, we also had it in this crafting table. Status, placed on a solid ground. That's the only requirement for this workbench. But for a research table, the status tab tells us that we need it within a room. So that means that we have made this this research table, but we can't use it until we have built a house. Or I guess we can dig a cave as well. That should be okay, I think. I haven't really tried it, but you need to be contained within a room of a certain size. Research table uses 25 cubic meters. Yeah. So I'll show how it looks in the second world, but at least that's what we can do here. So now we've actually gone through all the basics from this point and going forward, at least for some time. It's pretty much like this is how it works, and we'll take it step by step to find new things. I haven't looked through all these. I haven't gotten far. Hopefully I can show it in the other series that we're coming to later. But there are engines, we can do oil drilling, we have probably some refinery to do. So there are lots of stuff that we can do in this game, even though it's in beta, but it will be quite exciting to get to the even deeper into the game and to the end game stuff. But I'll relog and show you how my first house looked. Okay, so this is my previous test world, and this is how far I got in that before I decided to join up with a new friend and play some server instead. So everything you see here will probably be seen on the server later, but at least I can show how it looks here. Here I gathered some copper, gold, and I think some coal, iron ore it seems. And all these are placed in a stockpile, and they are a very convenient way to store things, much better compared to having them just on the ground, because they stack much more. They stack higher, you can easily reach everything instead of clicking manually. We also have chests, and it's quite fun because you have a linked chest, so we can reach other chests around, and also the stockpiles are within reach. So we can actually move things between different chests. In here we have all the machines I've built so far, or tables. We have the repair station. The hoe is typically something we need to repair. Need some logs, simple. We have the first workbench. I have quite a few more recipes unlocked, I guess. Here we have a butchery table. It seems like I can't use it right now, but it's for food, of course. This is the same thing, but with fish. Fishery. It seems like I can't use it anymore, probably because of updates, because I made this in a previous version. But here we can clean our fish that we get in the trap. I have 2 fish traps outside in the water, and I can clean the fish here and then cook them on the fire. Masonry table for all stone things, and pulp to make binding material, and lots of fun stuff. This is a research table that I talked about previously, and we use this to craft ourselves skill books that we use to learn things. I think I placed some of them in these. Here I have a few. Smelting skill book, basic engineering, and when I right click those, they actually turn up here, so basic engineering learned. And we learned how to make primitive mechanics, but I haven't really crafted anything. roads also comes from that. So you craft the handbook and then you learn it, and I guess I can give this to someone else as well, making server play much faster. This is a road that I've used to connect my cave to my house. I've done some plants here. I put down lots of berry bushes, and these are, what are they called? It's these fiddleheads. Mushrooms, and well, hopefully I get more food for here later, but right now that's not a problem. Let's see, where's my wagon? So down here it's not too exciting. Just a small cave that I started to dig out, and it seems to be quite a fast way to get a roof over your head. So in case you need machines to be indoors, perhaps that's a faster way compared to building this house. But at least it looks quite good. And then I want to show the cart. I don't know where it is. Because I took my some kind of wagon up here, and then I can fill it with wood and then just pull the cart back. It's a very fast way of transporting materials, and it's faster to do that on roads, but I can't seem to locate it. Oh well, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've come across so far. Hopefully I can show you more in the real series, but after watching these 2 episodes you should know enough about the game to follow along without being in this a tutorial series, so to say. Alright, I hope I see you there, and I hope this was helpful and interesting.